can a 1996 YZ250 beat bikes over 10 years younger in a race around one of the two-stroke world's most iconic tracks? Our man Tom Grimshaw is on a mission to find out. He raced day one of the 2022 VMXDN on board his 2005 YZ250. But problems after race 2 mean that he lines up today on his dad's 27-year-old machine. Right, Tom, day 2 here at Fox Hill for the VMXDN 2022. Slight change of plan for you. 2 more races left today, but just tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so yesterday I was on my 05 Yam, which we've been spent all year prepping and everything, but actually had a bit of an issue with it after the second race. So luckily my dad's 96 is there to stand in. We done a test a couple of weeks ago where I actually went a bit quicker on the old bikes. So I've been jumping on the 96 today and having a little rip on that. It's
worth saying that you are allowed to ride this bike in your class. Your class is Ultra Evo, which is 03 to 08, right? But you're allowed to ride anything older than that. It was up to you. You're essentially at a disadvantage on paper riding an older bike, but like you said, you was quicker on this bike a few weeks ago, so should be a good day. You better get up, you're out soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Day 1 saw Tom walk away with 2nd in Moto 1 and 4th in Moto 2. He's right in the mix for that overall Ultra Evo crown. However, he was left a little disappointed with how race 2 unfolded, so he will be looking for redemption today. But can that 27-year-old YZ be the steed to propel Tom to glory? We are about to find out. Race 3 is up next. So the gates have dropped here for race 3 of the Ultra Evo class at the 2022 Vets Motocross Nations, and it's another flying start for Sam Nunn. But Tom Grimshaw is right there in the mix on his 1996 YZ250 as well. And it looks like Liam Garland is looking to get involved. He sits there in 3rd position as Tom Grimshaw shuts the door. So it's going to be another duel between Sam Nunn and Tom Grimshaw. The 2 current MX2 pros and old friends. They've come up through the ranks together, so they've gone bar to bar many times over the years. It looks like we're about to see another classic between the 2 old teammates here. Tom Grimshaw lining up today on that 1996 YZ250. He was only able to just spin 1 sighting lap on the bike to get comfortable today. So let's see how quickly he can find his feet on the new machine, or the old machine I should say. It is notable though that in a video that we did a few weeks before this race, Tom was actually quicker on the 96 bike compared to a brand new 2022 YZ250. So it's safe to say that this bike certainly isn't slow and doesn't feel too dated for Tom. Halfway through lap 1 then, and things are still tight at the front. Hold on to it, Tom. Sam Nunn immediately looking comfortable out front. And Tom just starting to get to grips with this 96 bike now. Can't afford to let Sam run away too early on in this one. It's only a short race, a sprint race for these guys really, who are used to the longer British Championship style events with 30-minute, 35-minute motos. So that's lap 1 complete then. Looks like the track has been watered somewhat overnight. This is the first race of day 2 here. So conditions still pretty good to be fair. Tom Grimshaw pulling the trigger, jumping down the big step down to start the lap. And into the valley they go. A big old scrub from Tom there. He's going to have to drop the hammer now because Sam Nunn is running away with things at the front as it stands. Let's see what Tom is made of. Let's see what this bike is made of. So head over to the far side of the track. Tom still has Sam well within his sights. He's not letting Nunn run away with things as he did yesterday. So Tom keeping Sam honest at the moment as he launches up the big step up at the top of the hill. And it's as close as it's been all weekend between these 2. See Sam Nunn using the wide line there. Tom sneaking around the inside as they jump back into the valley. The fans loving this action here between these two young pro riders, sending it on the old two-strokes. Coming round towards the end of lap 2 then. Both riders launching down the big step down and then back up towards the finish. Tom nailing the rut there. Nice drive out of the corner into the final turn and over the line to complete lap 2. And back through the valley they come. We're on the penultimate lap now, so only 2 laps left to go for Tom Grimshaw, so he's really going to have to get a move on now. But it does look like there are some lappers coming into the fray, so will they cause any issues for our front runners, the 2 leading riders who have run away with things in this moto? No one even close. These 2 pushing the limits of these old two-strokes, and both our leading pair made quick work of the lappers there. And it is tight at the front. This is going to be a showdown towards the finish. They come powering up the hill. That old 96, I tell you what, has got some steam up the big hills. He's closing in on the rear wheel of Sam Nunn up the big hills. So Tom able to get the drive down well out of the turns and up those hills. He's closing in as we draw the penultimate lap to a close. So this is going to be a thriller as race 3 comes to an end. Tom knows it's now or never in Moto 3. He wants to keep his overall hopes alive. He's got to do something here about Sam Nunn, who's had an incredible weekend so far. Across the line goes Sam Nunn. He takes the last lap flag, so 1 lap to go for Tom Grimshaw and Sam Nunn. And Tom still pulling the trigger on the big step down. He's definitely feeling comfortable on the 1996 YZ250 now. And into the valley they go. The fans going wild for the lead riders. We see Liam Garland there, still in 3rd place. Just off in the distance. And over towards the back section of Fox Hill Motor Park here. Tom's going to look for some good drive up the hills to close in on the rear wheel of Sam Nunn. Up they go. A tight left hand and then back down towards the S-bend. Sam has been fast through this section all weekend long. But Tom is close. This is close as he's been all weekend on the final lap of racing. So, is there anything he can do? Does he have enough time? Another good drive up the hill, and it is close at the top as they're about to drop down the main step down. Whoa, hold on to it, Tom. Awesome drive from Tom Grimshaw there. Look how close he is on the rear wheel of Sam Nunn now. This is going to be tight with a quarter of a lap to go. Sam goes wide again, Tom to the inside. Good drive for Sam Nunn out of the corner there and down into the valley for the final time this moto. With just a handful of corners left, is there anything Tom Grimshaw can do? It looks like there are some lap riders coming up for the leaders. Down the big step down for the final time in race 3. The crowd going crazy. This is going to be a tight finish. 2 lappers in front of Sam Nunn now. Oh, and he makes smart work of those lap riders there. Beautiful move from Sam Nunn. A last-ditch effort from Tom, but he's not close enough. Sam Nunn takes the win, ahead of Tom Grimshaw 2nd, and Liam Garland rounding out the podium in 3rd.
Yeah, so first race on the 96 this morning, and just jumped on it, one sighting lap, and then we went straight into the race. So I was a bit unsure with it at the start, but generally I gelled with it really well, and actually it was shifting up the hills. Like I could actually carry that high gear, and it was shifting up the hills, and it was just me and Sam Nunn up front actually, and having a good battle. He pulled away at the start, and then actually just managed to, once the track bedded in a little bit, I got more comfy. I just pulled in a little bit, but I was struggling to look for a place for a pass, but no, great racing, really close, and really enjoyed the bike, and really performed really well actually compared to like the more modern bikes. So yeah, buzzing for race 2 now.
With his second place in race 3, Tom still has a shot at claiming the overall win. But he has to defeat his old friend Sam Nunn if he wants to walk away with the Ultra Evo crown. It's a tough task, but Tom is more than up for the challenge. And as we saw earlier, the 27-year-old YZ250 is more than capable enough to rocket Tom to glory. The gates are about to drop on the 4th and final race of the weekend. And we are racing for the final time this weekend in the Ultra Evo class. Liam Garland with another flying start. Sam Nunn right in the mix as well, as is Tom Grimshaw on the 1996 YZ250. Tom looking to make a move around the outside of Sam Nunn, his arch rival in this race. And Tom shuts the door. A lovely move to take over second position then. That's exactly what Tom needs to do if he wants any hope of claiming this overall win. And he needs to make a pass on Liam Garland as well to separate himself and Sam Nunn. Look at this though, they have watered the track once again. So conditions will be treacherous. And Sam Nunn, an awesome line around the outside to retake second position back from Tom Grimshaw. So the race is on between these two old friends and arch rivals this weekend. But at the moment it's Liam Garland leading the way. So they drop down into the valley, into the S-bend. Remember, Sam Nunn's so quick through here. He's looking to try and make an aggressive pass on Liam Garland. Can't quite make it happen just yet, though. And Tom on the power up the hill. He was driving well up here in race 3. He drops into the rut and loses the back end. Tom Grimshaw is on the ground. How quickly can he remount? He's stuck under the bike. He's going to have to kickstart this old girl into life now. He's dropping down the leaderboard, losing positions, losing time on the leaders. And he's rolling again now. It looks like the damage might be done because Tom has some serious work to do now. Having to fight and claw his way back through the pack in a good old-fashioned two-stroke dogfight. Meanwhile, at the front, Liam Garland and Sam Nunn scrapping over the race win. So Tom Grimshaw making his first pass there as he battles back through the pack. He's got the number 16 of Jordan Wills in front of him now on the old CR250. Wills up to the inside, protecting those inside lines. Tom trying to dive up the inside of him even further, but can't quite make it happen yet. This is hectic for Tom Grimshaw at the moment. The track has been watered, he's getting roosted. Vision might be an issue as this race progresses. Tom tries to work his way through the pack. He's still got the number 16 of Jordan Wills ahead of him. There goes Tom up the inside of the number 16 Red Machine to move up a spot. He's now got the number 10 of George Boyce just ahead of him. And that Ricky Carmichael inspired CR250. And Tom shuts the door on Boyce to take over another spot then. Next up on the list is the number 338 Machine. And Tom, with awesome drive up the hill, makes that pass happen. So he's slicing and dicing his way through the field, around the outside of the number 77 RM250 now. And next on the hit list is Bradley Wheeler on the 151 Machine. But Wheeler certainly isn't going to roll over and make it easy for Tom. He defends the inside line in the penultimate corner. Tom to the inside of the final corner, trying to make that pass happen. But Wheeler fights back, defending well. Tom cuts back over on the gas, makes the pass stick. So as this race draws to a close then, we're on the final lap of action now. Tom will be looking to try and make two last-ditch passes to make his way back up through the field inside of the top 4 perhaps. He's He's got 2 riders just ahead of him now. He currently sits in 6th position. Can he make 2 passes on this final lap with just a handful of corners to go? Sam Nunn, though, launches up to take the win. An almost perfect weekend for him. Meanwhile, Tom Grimshaw still looking to make those 2 last-ditch passes. With 3 corners to go, can he make something happen here? It's Connor Hughes on a 72 RM250, defending well. But he gets past up the inside. Tom Grimshaw looking to pounce, but can't quite make it happen. So Tom has to settle for 6th position in the 4th moto.
Yeah, so that's a wrap on the weekend. Last race of the day, and it was okay. It was. I actually got my best start of the weekend. I just feathered the clutch just enough, and it bited at the right point. And I got my best jump, flicked it around the corner, and I think I was about. Even though I was still second, it was still my best start. And the second, and then unfortunately where they dredged the track for our race, and when I was in a rut, I thought I was in a rut, and then next minute the back end span around and I got trapped under the bike a little bit, and I was just there for a good like 30-40 seconds and lost so much time, but I enjoyed coming through the pack, and it was good to pass some guys, and then I think I come up to like 6th in the end maybe, but it was a good little battle all the way through, but it's just a shame because I was in such a good position and it was looking to end on a high, but it's okay. I had a good weekend, and the bike was awesome, so I'm all happy.
So that's a wrap on the Vets MX The Nations for Tom Grimshaw. I'm sure he'll be back in 2023 to try and climb a couple of steps further up the podium. And you better believe that we'll be back alongside him to enjoy the ride. Subscribe to the channel now to make sure you never miss an episode of Two Stroke Goodness here on 999 Laser. As always guys, my name is Max, and until next time, I'll see you at the track.